Turn it down a little. Hey, Kel, can y'all mind if I turn that down just a little bit, please? Thank you. Just a little bit.
You start? Welcome to the brief. We back. Where am I at? Am I here? Am I there? Am I there?
Everywhere.
I think I'm there. It's one of them days. You know, a day when a lot is going through your brain and it's time to let it out. I think this episode is going to be one when we let it out. I know I'm going to let it out. Zach, you going to let it out?
I mean, depending on what we talking about.
What's on your mind? That's what we talking about.
All right, well, we're going to let it out like how we usually do. That's how we do it.
Okay.
I mean, we straight laced with it, right?
I don't know.
We don't cut no chases. We don't chase no cuts.
I don't know. This is called The Brief. Tonight we definitely gonna keep it extra brief because there's a lot going on, but we gonna wrap it all up just like our cigars be wrapped up. So what's going on with you?
Chilling, man. One of them type of days, hot outside. You know, got some work done. You know, Bug Whisper Pest Control for all those who don't know. Holla at us for all your pest needs. You know, just one of them type of days, man. You know, took in a movie. You know, something that we're gonna talk about tonight. But other than that, man, I'm cooling.
I didn't watch the movie.
I watched the movie. I said I took in the movie.
You said we took in the movie.
I said I. Wait till you watch this back.
Rewind that.
I said I took in the movie.
Rewind it.
You know
I don't want to debate and argue with you. You like to argue lately. I understand it, but it's cool.
Oh my
it's
goodness.
Cool.
Last week it was a truce.
Love.
But I guess this week is not.
No.
Let's move forward.
No.
What's up with you, man?
I'm loving life right now, man.
That's a good thing.
I'm not gonna let nobody knock me off my pivot, my pedestal.
I see you like to break protocol with the show, man. How you like your stick up already, man?
Hey, man.
That must be a good jawn that you got tonight.
Everything I smoke is good. Everything you smoke is good, right?
You know, here and there I try a few ones.
So you smoke bad cigars?
I mean, when you trying out
new
new
stuff,
you
don't
know.
cigars?
No. I'm just saying, when you try out a new stick, you just don't know. So
this
what we
ain't
got?
New.
What we got, man? What you
Kings
what you
first.
puffing on?
Kings first.
Nah, you lit yours first, so you go ahead.
This is Aventura, King's Gold, USA, Connecticut Broadleaf, San Andreas, wrapper. Binder, wrapper, whatever. But this is one of my, shout out to Aventura, man. I've been knowing them dudes for a minute. This cigar right here is one of the exact moves. If you can see it. This is a great cigar. I haven't had it in a while. And I bought it the other day and I smoked one and it took me back to the first time I had it, which was like maybe 2-3 years ago. And it's great. It's a great cigar. And you know, it's kind of hard to say something's a great cigar and stand by it. Like people be like, yeah, I don't need nobody else affirmation, nobody else confirmation. Like, yo, yeah, it's good to me. Any cigar I'm smoking is the right cigar for me.
Right, I feel you.
So some people get caught up in, oh, so and so says it's good, and so. Forget what so and so say.
You was about to cuss.
Forget what so and so say. I don't give a damn what so and so say. This is what I like. If you don't like it, then that's your palate.
I feel you.
So what are you smoking, sir? What are you thinking about smoking?
Let's go to the box. So today, ladies and gents, boys and girls, I bring to you no wrapper, Pinar, pre-embargo, great smoke. If you haven't had one of these, I feel sorry for you.
Don't tell them where to go.
I'm not going to tell them anything.
Don't tell them
All
where to go.
I'm going to say is that I put you on. What we going to do is...
Wait.
No. I put you on.
You slightly put me on.
Anyway, I'm introducing my
He's
cigar.
a hater, yo.
It's a nice joint. I'm not gonna tell you much about
Where's
it
my friend at?
because I'm just gonna cut it and I'm gonna light it. I'm gonna smoke it, and that's all you're gonna know. There's the cut, kind of like how Mr. Rogers used to do it back in the day. Oh, yeah. I'm about to grind you up too about something you did, but I'm gonna wait.
No, we on camera. Say it.
No, because it entails where we got them from, so I can't tell the story.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes, I hid the bag.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, okay. You okay? All right.
What?
We gonna talk about that later. I'm lighting my stick up. Anyway, go ahead, move forward, man. What we got tonight? Let's get it popping.
So you done detailing your details?
Yeah, that's all you need to know. Okay. PNAR, pre-embargo. That's it.
Okay.
And if you don't know what pre-embargo is,
Google it.
look it up.
Look it up.
Right.
Go to Encyclopedia. Wikipedia.
Wow. Encyclopedia.
Ask your mom. Not your mom. I'm not saying your mom.
No, I'm just saying they mom.
Ask their mom. She might know what pre-embargo is.
Okay.
She probably messed with a couple of drug dealers back in the day. I don't know. So, you say you watched the movie. Well, we talking about mom. This is a perfect segue. So we're gonna get into the movie in a minute.
Okay.
But we came across a situation in the World Wide Web, and a 19-year-old guy confronted his mom about he didn't know who his dad was.
Mm-hmm.
And his mom basically told him, like, chill. And we saw the footage.
Right.
And some people were saying it was wrong for him to confront his mom or go get a test without her knowing, because he ain't feel that he got the clarity on who his dad was. And some people were saying it was the right thing, it was the wrong thing, he was disrespectful, she was disrespectful. How do you take it?
Well, first of all, that's a sticky situation. You know, I mean, think about it. I mean, the young boy, 19, like you said, must have had some type of idea that Pops wasn't Pops. I don't know where he got it from. It didn't really specify what that was about. But for some odd reason, he had to do the footwork because he didn't trust his mom, or one of his homies told him, or maybe the guy that he was suspecting wasn't his dad might have stepped in and said, yo, I'm not your pop. Who knows? You could spin that 55 different ways, and you probably still come up with 10 more after that.
Wow.
Yeah. Because think about it. If you I mean.
Was he wrong for saying, like, Mom, I went on my own accord and I wanted to find out. And she was adamant, like, you was wrong, you did. And he was like, yo, I don't know. When you're young, you don't know about the dynamics of being older, and relationships and situationships and all that. Then you get older, and you're like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
This probably, because all you can only go off of what you think it is, unless your family is that open and tells you all crazy details.
Right.
And you be like, damn, this could have happened, this could have happened, this could have happened. Because you look at your parents and you don't think, like, they don't argue.
Yeah.
They don't fight.
Yeah.
They don't. Everything that you've been through in your life, you think that they just didn't do that, but they definitely did it.
Well,
So you're like, damn, was mom reckless? Was his mom reckless? Was she just out there? That's how she don't know who. You don't know who my dad is. Because now you at that age when you dealt with certain things.
No, I mean, yo, you can spin it. Like I say, you can spin it 55 different ways, man. You just don't know where that angle coming from. If mom was trying to hide something, she could have been trying to protect the boy from something. You know what I mean? You know, homie could have been wild. She might not have wanted to know that, that he was the pop. It could be anything.
So this was your friend, the young boy. This was your friend, the young man. We're not going to young boy him. Because we got respect for young boys over here. If that was your friend, younger than you, and he said, listen, I got ideas to do blah, 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 what would you tell him?
Do what you think is best for you, bro. I'm not going to stop. First of all, I'm not going to stop no grown man from doing what he feel like is best for him. Unless it's violence. Then I'm like,
there's somebody in your family, and you know that, all right, now see, I got to break it down for you. You be all, somebody in your family, you know the situation. You know everything. Do you tell them, or do you say, go ahead and do your research?
That ain't got nothing to do with me. That don't have nothing to do with me. That's not my issue to talk about. Certain things you don't talk about, no matter what you know. It's a code to everything. So that's not up to me to come to you and tell you, relative or not, that your mom was creep missioning and your pop might not be your dad. That's not my job. That's a family issue connected to the immediate family within in the house. Right. Yeah, that don't have nothing to do with me.
Our Kanye classic song was, that's family business. Okay, all right.
What you say? Would you do it? Your man come up to you and say, yo, man, I got this
My man,
problem
my
with
family
mom.
member. I give you two different scenarios.
I'm saying your man, your dog, your homie, your ace. He got a problem. He come to you and say, yo, man, I think my mom, you know, she might not have been on the up and up.
No, I'm probably sending him a letter with no return address. Tell him everything.
Say what?
Everything.
So he asks you something, you're gonna send him a letter. It's kind of suspect, ain't it? You're gonna figure out it's you.
You ask me my answer. That's my answer.
And I'm just giving you.
I'm gonna send you a letter and be like, no, I ain't gonna send it. That's just for the cameras. I'm like, bam, here. That's what it is.
Okay. I mean, hey, you gonna do it the way you want to do it.
That's what it is.
Listen, that's the way you want to do it, brother. Is your answer's your answer. So I figure, you know, it is what it is. But for me personally, I'm not saying nothing. I ain't got nothing
somebody
to do
do
with
that for you?
What? Not say nothing?
No, not say something.
No, I mean, listen, you're gonna take it the way you're gonna do what you want to do. And for me, I know who my mom and dad is, so it's cool. But what I'm saying is that if it was me, I probably would go ahead and try to find out myself on what it is. Like, I would want to know.
So you would be ready to get the
23andMe on.
Accept all the possibilities of the scenario, of the conclusion of the scenario.
I would have to be. In order,
to do that, you have to be
right.
You have to be ready to accept whatever comes down.
Absolutely. In order for me to be able to get to that point, I gotta be like, yeah, I'm ready to rock, mom.
Yeah, that's a big decision.
Now here's the thing. Would I confront her? I don't know about that. You know, mom do.
If you got an answer that didn't fit in with what you was told your whole life, you would say something. I don't know what you would do.
I don't know.
The average person was to be like, yo, this, all my life you told me the sky was blue, and I look up and this joint is like teal. Like,
yeah.
like, yo, what? You lied. You lied.
Well, you right about
somebody
one
that told me not to lie, you lied.
Yeah, you're right about one thing. I'm not an average person, but you know, it is what it is. It is what
y'all see is not just for the camera. I don't know. Like, this is. I don't know. We going on vacation.
What was that group that sung that song? What you see is what you get. What you get. That's me.
Well, who is it? So you singing a song?
I'm asking you a question.
You're a vocalist?
Oh,
You're a vocalist?
The other day I was singing a little Jodeci in here. Y'all wasn't here, but I was in here killing it. I was in here cleaning up, you know what I mean?
So you was
straightening
yourself.
up the spot. I was by myself. I was in here singing Jodeci.
By yourself. Mm-hmm. Well, since you want to be a singer now, let's bust a Jodeci groove for him.
No.
Can I pick the song?
No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. You're not gonna have me on the internet looking like a crazy.
Again?
No, sir.
Again?
Hey, listen, that was cool. That was cool. I mean, shout out to Stacey Jackson too, man. I want to know what's going on with Stacey.
No, Stacey played us today, yo.
Us today?
I said, yo, you gonna come to the show? Well, blah, blah. No, it was a good reason.
Yeah,
all due respect.
Yeah.
But early in the week, she told me, yeah, I'm coming back. She
Okay.
told us both when the text message coming back.
Yeah, she said a while ago she would come back.
She get around the podcast people and that peculiar, that word.
Peculiar? Okay. In a peculiar way?
Familiarity, yeah.
Familiarity.
I can't pronounce nothing.
Familiarity, man.
Familiarity. Shout out to Jared. Make sure you go get South Philly Cigar Company New cigar, Purple Heart, is down at Capelli Brothers in the Cigar Code.
Great spoke.
Soon to be in other brick and mortars soon.
Yeah.
He was our guest last week.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's the certain things in life you have to be ready to accept the finalization of it. And it's not always going to be what you, it's not always going to be a pretty picture.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, same way you go to the doctor and you go get tested and you know you out here wilding out, there's a chance you might leave the doctors off with some pills.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It is what it is.
All right, enough of that, man. Let's keep moving.
Damn, okay.
That was a little serious, man. That was a real serious conversation, man. You talking about moms and creeping and doing all types of motion in the ocean and out in the streets stripping.
I never said nothing about motion.
You know, getting it on.
Motion in the ocean?
You know. I mean, moms was out there. She was dipping and diving, obviously. But yeah, you know, I mean, you know, it is what it is, man. Shout out to moms. Shout out to the mothers out there.
I can't even finish my... Stop saying mom. I'm trying to say something. Anyway, I'm done. I can't even say what I want to say. He keeps saying mom. And we'll go in the same conversation.
Go ahead, man. Oh, it must have been something foul, dog.
No, wow.
What was you about to say?
Nothing
mom,
at all.
man?
Nothing about nobody's mother. It was... Well, actually, it is somebody's mom. But...
This is crazy.
This is crazy.
That's about to be a dangerous conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, go ahead. What we got, man? What's the topic for the night? For real?
So before we get into the situation, a lot of stuff that happened in the last week or so. The president backed out of the new election as the nominee of the Democratic Party. Joe Biden backed out. So we have a Democratic nominee, officially Kamala Harris, the vice president, current vice president. She's going to be running for president against Donald Trump. When that happened, what's the first thing that went through your mind?
Wow. It's the first thing that went through my mind. Wow.
Well, I was in a meeting. I was in a meeting on Sunday, and they somebody stopped the meeting and put the news out there. We was just all like, whoa, like wow, whoa, whatever. It was a W word. And the first thing I thought was, we've seen history already. Right. Will we see history again?
It's a strong possibility. This right here is a pivotal moment in the country's history. Because on one side you got, other side you got power.
So, do you think the country's ready for a woman president?
Well, we can only see.
Do you think?
I think we are.
Okay.
She got my full support.
Is that only because Donald Trump's on the other side? Or no matter who she would be going against?
No, she got my full support.
Okay.
For real. You know what I mean? I think that this country needs a change. For real. You know, we all these, and there's no disrespect to anybody or your political aspirations or anything like that. But I must say this. It's time for a change. It's time to allow other people to just go in and do what they need to do. And I think that when you figure this out, when this election comes up, hopefully the right party is on the right side of things. You know, because I think you got to go with somebody younger. I mean, I'm tired of seeing these old men in there with these politics, these old politicians, these old senators, it's time for a change, a real change.
Well, you gotta be a certain age to run for president. What is it?
Barack was young, so
he was over 40 or 50. That's crazy. Barack's picture's right there.
He's in his 40s.
He was in 40s. When he first ran?
Yep. Right. Barack was pretty young. I'm just saying that
I don't think it was.
You need some new energy. I mean, y'all can fact check that, but I'm usually pretty right about things.
New energy is not going to the system is not going to back younger. You know
What
I'm
system
saying?
is that?
The people, the voters, the system that runs the government overall. The government doesn't. We all know the government don't run the country. There's something that runs the government that then runs the country and makes the people feel that they played a part into it. That's a whole nother episode. But
Well, the Federal Reserve runs the country. That's what it all runs off of. That's what it runs off of.
so they're not going
So, but
to go younger per se because old money trumps new money.
who? Old money trumps new money. I don't agree.
Who went wrong?
Because there's a lot of new money that's being made out there every day. And I think what it is the people are the ones that make everything go. And I think the focus should be the people. I think that's where the politicians lost at. They get these, these government elected jobs, and then it seems like that a lot of them lose their way on what the people need. And the people need to be able to rejuvenate and regenerate and keep moving forward. And without us, they can't do nothing. You can't be powerful if you don't have a bunch of people that surround you and backing you. I think what we lose for all that is that a lot of our people, black people, I'm talking to y'all, a lot of our people, what we do is we don't focus on the mainstream and the main line as far as what our community is based on. So when you go out and you vote for just the president and you blaming everything on the president, you got your focus on the wrong person. Your local legislation is what takes care of your city, your state, your town. If you don't know that, you need to educate yourself. And a lot of people don't know that. They think that because they vote for the president, now the president is the one that's supposed to take care of everything. That's not the case. That's why they can't have certain things coming to your state, like, the military or anything like that, because that's not allowed unless it's some type of civil war, and I hope we don't ever see that. That's my take on that.
Let me ask you a question. For the people that do know, for the people that are knowledgeable about politics, and they know that it starts from the local, local affects the national, and not the national affects the local, but then they look at their neighborhoods they live in, and they may have voted in big amounts for their local councilman, legislature, all that.
Right.
But then they don't see, all they see is their neighborhoods going down, and they lose faith in the political system. What do you say to those people?
Get your house in order. That's where it started at. And I think that the sense of community has been lost, in our neighborhoods. Nobody can say anything to anybody. Everybody want to mind their business. Nobody saw anything. When we lost that, we lost a sense of community. We lost a sense of hope for a lot of stuff that's going on. So when you have that, and you don't have the backing of your people in your neighborhood, your household can go out of order. Because now when you used to walk outside, what did you have? Your neighbors. Yo, you're not supposed to be doing that. It could have been a local drug dealer. You're not supposed to be doing that. And everybody stood tall. Nowadays, zip, nobody's saying nothing. Why? Because everybody wilding out. That's what it, and that's the case. So what it lead back to is get your house in order. Get your home in order. Worry about your situation before you even worry about outside. Most people are just focused on the wrong thing, man, in my belief.
I think a lot of people just want to live, and in the definition of living, you're not going to live talking.
You gotta have action. You gotta have action.
Yeah, but definition of living, you start talking, and next thing you know, you're not living no more.
Yeah,
we see it every day on the news. Not just here in Philadelphia, but throughout the country and throughout the world. But you only talk about the country. It's a we can't speak for everybody, because everybody live in different conditions, different neighborhoods, different ways of codes of their neighborhood, and what you might be able to get away with here, even in Philadelphia alone, what you might be able to get away with out west, you may not be able to get away out down north.
Yeah.
Down north, you might not be able to get away with that uptown, as they call it. You know what I mean? Germantown, as we know it, West Oak Lane, Mount Airy, like it's different neighborhoods that you be like, yo, that neighborhood, they on point, everybody stick together. 3 blocks over is OK Corral.
Yeah.
So it all depends on how much value you put on life.
But you making my point. That's when people need to govern themselves. That's why you start with your house. Don't worry about what's going on down the street. Start with your house. Start getting connected with what's going on in your crib first. Raise your kids. Make sure your kids on the up and up, because that's what we losing sight of. Community is not community no more, man. We know that. They know that. Everybody that's a little bit older, we know that. How do we get back to that? And one thing is, one of the biggest steps is the fact that you need to just go ahead and govern your own house. Make sure your joint is legit. Stop worried about what's going on outside. Because if you do that, you losing sight of what's going on inside. That's just my belief on the conversation, you know?
All right, all right. I'm gonna let that go, because we can be here all night.
Yeah, we can be.
Can you saying 2 different things?
Like what?
Let it go. So, as far as community, we watched the movie, not together. Definitely not together.
No,
Tyler Perry, shout out to Tyler Perry. Hell of a career. Multiple success in movies and plays. Got his own film studio. That's in Atlanta, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So he just came out with a new movie, Divorce in the Black. Before I saw it, I saw a lot of online critique, and a lot of women were saying, "Oh, it was a horrible movie. It was bad acting. It was Tubi-ish. It was blase, blah blah blah. It was horrible plot. This and this and that. It was insensitive and all kind of crazy stuff." So I'm reading this stuff like, damn, well, was it that bad? And I watched it literally last night. I ran it back twice. Watched it twice, and I think overall, like the look, the cinematography of it, the look of it was great. That's when I look at stuff like that, I look at the look, I look at the sound, and it was good compared to some Tyler Perry movies that I'm like, yo, this is wow, this is horrible. But that was in the beginning stages. The plot of it, back to neighborhoods and family and all that, that was crazy. That was crazy that family raised by a woman that was reckless, had all her sons just wilding out doing God knows what, and you come across a family that you join in with, a family that's like, you know, very religious, because the father's a preacher, preacher's daughter, 2 opposite worlds, opposites attract.
Mm-hmm.
They come together and all hell broke loose, literally from the beginning scene of the movie.
Right.
I'm just like, whoa, it had me. That grabbed me, like, watch it.
Grabbed you from the first scene.
First scene, I'm just like,
yeah,
damn.
I think that everybody got that grab.
Damn.
Yeah, for sure.
What's your thoughts on it? Like overall?
Overall, it was okay movie. It was okay. I mean, it's one of them joints. You can separate a lot from that. I mean, because like you said, it's like you wanted to get serious about the show tonight. That's why I was keeping it that way. But you can separate a lot from that. I mean, a lot of family trauma, a lot of, you know, different things that was probably unresolved. As you can see, the plot of the story with the main character, which was, what's the main character's name? Dallas. Dallas.
Yeah, I didn't like that you took that name.
But I loved it because anyway. So Dallas, they you know, Dallas was like, you know, he ended up saying that he killed his father, you know, whatever, whatever. And that's a lot of trauma. And you look at that whole storyline, people would depict it the way they're going to depict it. It was a Tyler Perry flick. It is what it is. Understandable, whatever it is. But at the same time, what's crazy about it is that you got all of this stuff that's going on. Abuse, verbal, physical, all of that that's going on in this movie at one time. So you can really talk about a lot in this movie.
Now, I will salute to Tyler Perry that it was, we saw the verbal abuse. It was hints of the physical, but we didn't see that. And for him not to go there showed the true, it showed a lot of good creativity where it let your mind go on its own. Like, you probably thought something, I probably thought something, somebody else probably thought something, but we never saw it, but we all put what we thought the physical abuse was.
Yeah, I mean, we did have some physical abuse, of course, you know, throughout the course of the movie. It was a lot of violence that was in there, but what I'm saying is that abuse is abuse. So I'm not going to categorize it differently, but I see what your point is, because they didn't really show a lot of violence between the married couple themselves, which is the baseline of the story, until they did. But, you know, yeah, I think that he did a great job with kind of separating that so you can see the storyline behind it all and being able to focus on those different things without having to show the real physical aspect of it until it was the right time.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
So that was from a script wise, that was very creative in my opinion. I'm just watching it, like, it made you, it wasn't boring, it made you like, damn, I'm not interested. For me, I was just on my edge of my seat, like, damn, what the hell is going to happen next? Or what did happen? Or what could have happened? And so that was real. I like that part of it.
Yeah,
that stuck out.
Yeah. What do you think about the storyline with the other couple? When they, you know, especially when my man came out at the party and was like, "Yo, that was you crazy. Tell her right." What you think?
I think the other couple. The first thing I noticed, I forget what's Shorty name, but the Megan Good's friend. Rona.
Yeah.
We know a Rona. Shout out to Rona.
Hey, Rona.
She's nothing like the Rona in the movie though. But Rona was from up north, and she was just more vocal. She wasn't a Southern belle, and she was just
great point.
Real straight, very blunt, I would say.
Right.
And what I noticed between her and her husband, Jim, we know Jim. What's up, Jim?
Few Jims.
What's up, Jim?
Only Jim will know what that's.
Yeah, only Jim.
Shout out Jim, man.
She seemed, I'm not gonna say dominant. Then again, Jim could have been just not argumentative, not combative, but she seemed like she was just like, in the beginning I thought she was like telling Jim what to do.
Right.
Like real like, yeah, do this and do that, and I wish you would, and but then as time went on, I saw Jim was just laid back, like, I'm not even entertaining that. But as the movie went on, when some things came out, it was just like Jim was just like, I'm treading lightly.
Right. I wonder why.
I'm treading lightly.
Right.
I do believe that Dallas embellished a little bit because he was upset.
Yeah, for sure.
But, I think their relationship was cool, but I can see that it wasn't without flaw.
Right, I agree with that. I think that it was just one of them type of movies that just had a lot of different dialogue, that you could take a lot of stuff, like I said earlier, separate a lot of what happened in there, because it again, like I said, it comes down to that trauma that we as black people have in our families, and it just go from one place to the other. We never really figure it out. And by doing that in this movie, you can see that. You can see that storyline. Because, you know, I'm sure, I mean, you said that you saw some reviews on it, and I'm sure just based on just listening to other Tyler Perry rhetoric and everything from other people, probably was talking about the storyline, probably was talking about the writers, talking about the scenes, the actors and all that. But not that the fact that, one of the facts is that Tyler Perry, he actually produces a lot of black people, so he put a lot of people to work, for what he's doing. So shout out to him for that. At the same time, that story can be told in many different ways. So I think the line that he actually took was a direct line in correlation to what we see every day. But a lot of times we don't really think about it, because it
normal.
comes second nature.
It's normal.
Right.
It's normal. Well, like if you riding down the street, right? Mm-hmm. And I know you've seen this happen. You're riding down the street and you see a couple or two, a male and a female in the corner or anywhere, they arguing.
Right.
And they get the and first thing we do, man, I ain't getting involved in that.
Right.
I'm like, first of all, I don't want the backfire on me. I don't know who did. I don't know nothing.
Right.
But is that the right thing to do?
I mean, that's a good question. I mean, it's a sticky situation too. I mean, I had a situation where I actually had two separate situations in my lifetime where I seen some people getting physical and I intervened. One time turned out into the favor, like, yo, you right, man. I shouldn't have did that. The other one was the chick kind of turned her attention to me. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to help you out. So on both sides of the fence and the coin, if you will, I'm like, and one, it turned out to be okay, which is the first time, and then the first time dictated the second. But then the second time, it was like, don't be doing it. And I'm like, wow, I'm just trying to help you out. So I backed off.
So will you help again?
It depends on the situation, man. I mean, that's the thing. When we lead back to what my points was, you said it was two separate things. We were talking about politics and we were talking about, community. They was kind of the baseline for the two, because would I do that? Would I risk my life to do something like that? More than likely, it just depends on the situation, man. If it's real violent and physical, then listen, man, I ain't afraid. You call me what you want, but you got to come over here and stop this from happening. Because what type of man am I?
Who you calling?
I'm calling the police.
Oh, you gotta say that.
I ain't afraid to. I'm not afraid to say that.
Like 7 dudes,
No, I ain't gonna get my folks involved in that. I'm calling the people that get paid to do that job. Hopefully it work out for it is, because we already know what it is for black people and the trauma with the police and all that. But at the same time, what kind of man would I be to just stand there and just watch and pull my phone out and record? That ain't me.
You definitely do not. You definitely don't pull your phone out and record.
No.
That's a real. You basically doing what you recording.
Right.
You condone what you recording. If you pull your phone out and you record a guy whipping some chick crazy, or a chick whipping some dude crazy, then you part of the problem.
Because it can happen.
Yeah,
it can happen. Yeah.
If she that mad and you did something that dumb, and she that outraged and fed up, mm-hmm. She got strength that come from nowhere, and she might run you over, hit you with a bat,
right?
Set your
something bad,
something on fire,
something bad. Yo, but I do got a question for you.
I don't
know. No, I don't know if you saw or paid attention to this part of the movie, but I wonder if you would agree or disagree that she kind of egged it on a little bit. She edged it a little bit in this one scene when she was on the phone with him, and he asked her about the guy, and her response was, "Yeah, we've been doing it the whole time."
She didn't say the whole time. She said that she said that
a long time, the whole time.
He's better. That's when he was sitting on the step.
Before that.
That's when he was sitting on the step.
Yeah, but I'm saying before the better part, she was saying that we was dealing with each other for a while.
Well, she did that. Yeah, she definitely egged him on. She egged him on to make him come to the house.
Exactly.
Because she knew he would.
Mm-hmm.
And for him to break in the... First of all, I don't know how he broke in the window on the second floor. So I'm watching like, damn, this nigga broke in and came down the steps.
It's a movie, dog. Everything happened in the movie.
It's TV.
It's TV.
But yeah, I was just like, wow, he really wanted to get in the house.
Right.
So he had to climb some stuff. He had to climb up something. But yeah, she egged him on.
Yeah.
But what?
Yep, be careful.
Some people egg people on.
Some people egg people on. But I just thought that there was kind of like one of those scenes where it had to be talked about. Because when you look at that and you're like, hold up. So say that the phone was on speaker and one of the brothers heard her say that. Does this situation change now because of the result? You know, and we know what happened at the end. But does that situation change now because there was a witness? Oh man, she called, she said this, that, and that.
The brothers was saying that. They was assuming that from the beginning.
From the beginning. But I'm talking about actually hearing her say it. Does that change the dynamic of the movie?
That just was confirmation for him. And what was in his head, that was confirmation for him. So he already thought that. That was the Bible in his eyes. So to hear her say it, I don't think it changed anything. I think it just, okay, I already knew that.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm coming. But it was like you said, it was a lot of trauma. It was a lot of components.
Yeah.
A lot of self-esteem, a lot of insecurity, a lot of not realizing your self-worth and self-awareness to know when to draw back and be like, man, I'm chilling. That's what you want to do. That's what you ask for a divorce and then you flip it.
So you talking about from him or her?
Yeah, from him. Like
Yeah.
he was the whole movie. He did nothing in the right in my eyes. He was just told he was nutty the whole movie.
Yeah, he got tight when he found out about the boy. I mean, that's when he really see. That's the other thing that we gotta tap into. So he wanted the divorce. He said, "Yo, we getting a divorce." So she skedaddled out of there. She went to Mom Deuce's house, stayed a couple weeks, months. I don't know how long it was. They didn't really touch on that.
A week.
But then, okay, yeah, it was a week. Week because she went back the next weekend.
I
Absolutely correct.
Like he just be.
No. I watched the movie, but at the same time, I had other things going on.
Twice.
See, that's the difference. So the first time you see it, and the second time you saw it.
The first time.
Anyway, so let me get to my point. So when all that whole thing happened with her leaving, and he got the picture of them at the fair and everything, and they was doing what they was doing, that kind of elevated his actions. So now he like, yo, I'm coming back to the crib. Then he tried to blame it on her when they was in there with the lawyers. Oh, you see her, she been wanting to roll, she wanted to do that. She
know what I
get out
thought?
of there.
In that part, I thought, because she came in and signed, she was on sign it anyway. But I thought that he was on some, yeah, I'm going to switch it up. I'm taking the crib.
Mm-hmm.
So he popped up at the crib. I'm expecting him to be like, oh, no, this is my crib.
Right.
You signed it over to me.
Right.
You didn't even look it over.
Right.
That's what I thought. That's what I'm saying. That's what the movie kept you
guessing.
What the hell was about to?
Yeah.
So, but I got one question. Now, you mentioned about the picture at the fair.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever didn't see it, we apologize.
Yeah.
Because basically, we're telling you everything.
Yeah.
Who took the picture inside the house?
That was the part that I was kind of confused about. I was like, yo, so was it a neighbor? Like, yo, who this boy in the house? And I'm being newsy, let me snap a shot. I you know, again, it's what people say about Tyler Perry movies. In some ways, it's very predictable, and you know, it is what it is. At the same time, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, it's a couple different answers or questions that I have that need to be answered that is never gonna get answered. But that was one of them. Who took the picture inside the house?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Was it one of the chicks? Was one of the bulls that walk around with no shirt on? I don't know.
Huh?
It was a bunch of bulls in there with no shirt on. They probably had a camera in their pocket.
Wow. Yo, you talking about the part of the stripper crew?
Yeah. What the hell you think I was talking about?
Because I'm not thinking about them dudes, man.
I'm not thinking.
I'm just saying, I wasn't even thinking in that direction. You talking about the actual party part?
On that. That's wrong.
I'm just saying, I wasn't thinking about them dudes, man.
You always trying to play me, dog.
I'm not trying to play you.
You got your nice glasses on this episode. You ain't tell me it was glasses night.
Yo, you ain't tell me last time. So I had to rock my Johns. You know, they had to come with the flavor. You know what I mean? Because I always come with the flavor. That's what we do. flavor-esque. You know, Esco flavor, Z flavorous. Anyway, what else we got, man, with that? Because all right, so I'm just gonna say this. I think that it was a decent movie. You know what I mean? Shout out to Tyler Perry once again for what he's doing, employing the black people and all, and doing this thing. So, I think you told me, you put me on something a little bit earlier that this was film number 24 for him? Something like that?
I don't recall saying that, but that sounds pretty accurate.
Okay.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah.
But just the fact that to see his humble beginnings to now,
Yeah.
that goes to show you never give up.
Yeah. No doubt.
Never give up.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? So it's like in life you just never give up. There's plenty of things in life that you'd be like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. I not give up, but you'd be like, I feel I've reached my limit.
Right.
But that a lot of people say that's the time when you keep pushing. When you done, when you're ready to throw the towel in,
Right.
keep pushing, because that's necessary to get where you got to get to.
That's crazy that you say that, like, push, when you're ready to throw the towel in. Because I was actually online, and I like to look up a little bit of statistics, and I just want to know what you think. This says, as of July 2024, the divorce rate for black couples is about 30.8%.
That's low, right?
I mean, that's pretty high, I would think. I mean,
Out of
because
100?
70% is a great rate. But the thing about the dialogue that black couples lead is higher than any other race when it comes down to actual divorce. Because they have blacks 30.8, Hispanics 18.5, Caucasian 15.1, and Asian 12.4, which seems to be a big difference, a huge difference.
Compared to other. Okay,
yeah,
so,
compared to the races.
Okay,
yeah.
so now when you say that, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Now, could that be because what they reference in the movie about Ava says she was taught to be a wife. She was taught to stick it out through, what's in your vows.
Right.
Do you feel that numbers like that because our people don't stick it out?
Well, it's other factors that's in it that affects divorce rates. Education is one. Income, basically, what was in there. Religion and social political views. So do you think that
I think that's like that across the board. I just think there's a lot of that people, other people outside of African Americans, they might talk about it more and have more of a they might talk about it more before they make that jump and be on one accord. Right. When we may not do that.
I mean, that could be the case. I mean, it doesn't necessarily narrow it down what the percentages are for each, but I think that it's a lot of contributions between, these factors can be very true, because a lot of these things that's here are things that people that's married talk about on a regular basis. You know what I mean? So you can. I've had different things where me and my wife have gotten into like political conversations. Of course, income, money and stuff like that is always a factor. Not necessarily a religion standpoint, but
So that's big though, because
it's a big thing, right?
Well, how you gonna raise your kid? And you'd be like, well, I was raised this way. Well, I was raised that way. Well, no, we're not going to church. Well, no, we're going to do it. And then by that time, you done got the jewelry and spent all the money for the
wedding.
What's it called? I'm trying to be. What's the joint everybody go to? The old people go to, and they get all dressed up. What's that called? The old people go to.
The old folks home?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not the old folks.
What? I mean,
what? It's like
is it the ball? I don't know.
It's like a ball. It's like a banquet. What's it called?
I don't know. I don't know where you're going at with
joints.
this. I don't. So what are you saying? That I'm old enough to go?
No, I'm not. But old people.
I mean, old people.
I know. But
First of all, we know people that are older.
old. They old.
Oh, man, whatever, man. Go ahead. But all right, what's your point
It'll
about
come to me,
going
man,
to
but,
this thing that the
you know,
old people
so-
go to? For what you said.
I don't forget what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know.
Listen.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't
there's-
know.
when it comes down to that aspect of life, I just think that more conversations, the real conversations need to be had before you make that move, because you can't have the real conversations after you make the move, because then it's a situation where you may like, man, I can't, I'm out.
Right.
You should, those are deal breakers. That's what,
Yeah, it is.
those are deal breakers. And the deal breaker after the deal was done, you playing yourself.
Right.
The deal breaker needed to be talked about beforehand.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, it's kind of tough on a lot of them subjects because you don't really know until you get into it. So, I mean, like more into the relationship and you get to that point, because some people never get there and it just happen to reveal his head at the wrong time or a certain time, and you don't really know what you're dealing with at that time. You know what I mean? When it comes up, I mean, because you can't head off of everything. You can come to an understanding before marriage and doing counseling and, you know, all of that stuff. I think that you can do all of that, but at the same time, you still gonna have a lot of different things that's gonna actually come up that you didn't focus on. So with that being said, you know, you have a lot of things that can separate y'all two, you know, or whoever, you know, it could be 2, 3 of y'all, depending on what you live in. You know, I think that you can have that, you can establish that conversation in the beginning and just say, hey, you know, I feel this way or I feel that way. But then when you get in the soup and the mix of it, a lot of things change. And when you get married, everything changes. It's not something that is not consistent like when you playing boyfriend and girlfriend or you playing housewife and husband. It's when you get married, things change totally, you know. But I'm saying it for the good, but there's things in the mix that could turn it for the bad too.
That's life.
That's life.
That's life.
That's life for sure.
It's just like when you get a job. Before you get the job, you're like, oh yeah, I got this new job. Yeah, they paying this, they got this benefits, and I want everybody was so nice, and then after a month, you like, these motherfuckers is crazy.
Right.
But now you in it. What you gonna do? Quit?
What you gonna do?
You gonna stop your money from coming?
Most
So it's you gotta get it all out there. As much, you're never gonna get it all out there, but get as much as you can on the table.
right.
Just like having a deck of cards, put all the cards on the table, face down, and one by one, just flip them, and whatever comes up, don't be afraid to discuss it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
That's
was
it.
good, Chuck. That was good. Chuck, that was good. Tell me that was good. Come on. Tell me, come on.
That was good, man.
That's good enough for me. Thank you. So
No problem, dog.
So, but in the meantime, make sure y'all go to our page, man. Share, like, subscribe. In the other order, subscribe, like, and share, and most importantly, comment.
Yes.
Because that's as much as we want the subscribers, which we do want them, but we like the dope dialogue, the honest dialogue and talk, because everybody don't think the same.
No.
Me and him don't think the same, but we here, so we know y'all not thinking the same as we do. So it would just be nice to get that conversation started and, you know, just see what people's heads is at.
Yeah, chime in, man. Let us know what it is. You know, we'd love to hear from y'all a little bit more if you can, you know.
And
We
next
appreciate
episode, Zach is going to sing Jodeci. So make sure y'all tune in. Dog, usually people sing in the shower and all that. You sing while you sleeping?
All right, yeah. When I'm in, you know, I'm in my zone.
So you should go on American Idol.
To do what?
Sing, what nigga sing?
Be a part of the production. I'll be like beneficial.
No.
You know what I mean? Behind the camera, making sure everything look good. I can't.
In
That
front
ain't
of
my
the camera.
expertise. No.
You're a natural in
You
front
want
of
me
the
to
camera,
be,
brother.
You want me to be Simon Cowell?
Look at him.
That's what you.
Look at him. He's a natural in front
Look
of the
at
camera.
me. I'm a natural with pretty much anything that I do. You know, it takes little attempt to, you know, not to be.
The word's
who I
called
am.
effort.
No, I'm using the way is not the word I wanted to use. That's your word. Keep your words to yourself.
Listen, man.
We appreciate y'all, man.
The brief is about to be brief. On that Nizzo, we is out. Peace.
Peace, man. We appreciate y'all. Thank you. Holla.
We out.